Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to what's making news, let's take a quick look outside our cloudy and kind of rainy weather window from today. Beautiful shot looking down at the Wenatchee Valley. I believe that's Jump Off Ridge Sky-Fi Tower camera, and you can see some clouds. We did see some clearing at times this afternoon, and also some scattered rain showers. Good rain late this morning. And as we take a look at our 7-day forecast, things are going to get better. Partly cloudy, a little bit warmer for Friday and 69, but look at that warm up all the way in through the weekend with maybe a chance for rain on Sunday, and then just beautiful weather Monday through Wednesday. And we'll have much more of your forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now here are a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. 5 additional COVID-19 deaths were confirmed in Grant County this week, bringing the county's total deaths from the virus to 125. The rate of new COVID-19 cases in Chelan and Douglas counties continues to decline, according to the Health District's weekly thermographic report. And more benefits are available to people who've received their COVID-19 vaccination. But first, our top story tonight. Wenatchee police arrested a man this morning who they say assaulted an employee this morning at the Super 8 motel on North Miller Street. Police say the assault took place just before 8 a.m. with the man then fleeing the hotel in an early 2000s white Toyota Camry. The Wenatchee Police Department launched a search saying they'd had probable cause to arrest the man on a charge of second-degree assault. About 9:30 a.m., the Camry was located on Highway 28 south of Wenatchee and the unidentified man arrested. 5 additional COVID-19 deaths were confirmed in Grant County this week, bringing the county's total deaths from the virus to 125. The Grant County Health District said Tuesday that all 5 people who died had underlying health conditions and none had been vaccinated. 4 of the deaths were Moses Lake residents, including a man in his 20s, another man in his 80s, and 2 women in their 60s. The 5th death was a Soap Lake man in his 50s. The timing of the latest death is unclear. The county does not report deaths until there's been a death certificate review, which sometimes can take weeks. Well, the rate of new COVID-19 cases in Chelan and Douglas counties continues to decline, according to the Health District's weekly thermographic report. The Chelan-Douglas Health District reported 94 cases per 100,000 residents over the past 2 weeks. It marks the first time in 2 months that the 2-county area has been below 100 new cases per 100,000 residents. The Health District's weekly vaccination report showed that 49% of Chelan County residents have received at least 1 dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, and about 41.5% of Douglas County residents. Both rates are up just 1% from last week's report. Well, speaking of vaccinations, more benefits are available to people who've received their COVID-19 vaccination, but how can you prove you've gotten your shot? Not everyone wants to carry their vaccination card, so the State Department of Health recommends a few options, both of which are available through your phone.
Once you're vaccinated, it's important to keep track of your immunization record card. Some businesses and organizations are offering incentives for people who provide proof of vaccination. You can simply take a picture of your COVID-19 vaccination card. Or as we've shared before, we have a great tool that gives you an official verified proof of your COVID-19 vaccination online for free. It's called MyIR for My Immunization Record, and the website is myirmobile.com. Please keep in mind, getting verification through this website will take some time than when you first set it up. So please make sure you visit the website and get your certificate before you leave home to allow yourself some time to work through the process. It is not something you're going to want to set up the first time when you're in line to get one of those vaccine incentives. Until then, use the picture of your card in on your device whenever you need it.
Coming up next, Chelan County has a new chief prosecuting attorney. We'll tell you who it is. 4th District Congressman Dan Newhouse crossed party lines yesterday and voted to create an investigative commission on the January 6th uprising at the U.S. Capitol. Fishing for Chinook salmon will open this Saturday on the Icicle River below the Leavenworth Fish Hatchery. And a black bear caused a stir in Fancher Heights just after 11 o'clock yesterday morning, with numerous residents calling to report its path through the neighborhood. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Hi, Stephen DeVilbiss here, Branch Manager of Beneficial and Home Care. We are an equal opportunity employer and we do not discriminate in employment or services. It is our mission to maximize our clients' physical health and sense of mental well-being while remaining in the comfort of their home. We are currently seeking professional caregivers who share our mission to help our clients live safely and comfortably at home. Call Beneficial and Home Care. Schedule your interview today, 509-663-7900.
Raising a family may have seemed overwhelming to your parents, but they weren't. Coach, teacher, life guide, caregiver. Family takes care of family. And as the circle of life continues, you now are their caregiver. It may seem overwhelming, but we're here to help you find the support services necessary so you can provide quality care to your elders.
Call Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington at 1-800-572-4459.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Welcome back. In another news, Chelan County has a new chief prosecuting attorney. Robert Sealby was selected Tuesday by a unanimous vote of the Chelan County Commissioners. The 59-year-old Sealby has been a practicing civil attorney in Wenatchee since 1991. He replaces Doug Shea, who retires at the end of this month after 9 years in office. The prosecutor handles felony and misdemeanor cases in Chelan County courts and acts as the county's chief lawyer. Sealby was selected from a list of 3 candidates put forward by the county Republican Party. After a series of interviews, Commissioner chose him over 2 deputy prosecutors who've worked in the office for several years. 4th District Congressman Dan Newhouse crossed party lines yesterday and voted to create an investigative commission on the January 6th uprising at the U.S. Capitol. The bill passed 252 to 179. Newhouse was one of 35 Republicans to support the commission, which would probe the origins and outcome of the attack on Congress. More than 440 people have been charged so far with participating in the attack, which aimed to overturn Donald Trump's loss in the presidential election. 5 people died as a result. Newhouse was also one of 10 Republicans who voted to impeach Trump in the aftermath of that siege. Well, fishing for Chinook salmon will open this Saturday on the Icicle River below the Leavenworth Fish Hatchery. State Fish and Wildlife officers say the spring return has begun and anglers can take up to 2 salmon daily from the fish returning to the hatchery to spawn. The salmon population there is expected to meet more than meet requirements for brood stock. Salmon and steelhead fishing will also begin on the lower Columbia River this week. No word yet on fishing in the central and upper portions of the Big River. Well, a black bear caused a stir in Fancher Heights just after 11 o'clock yesterday morning, with numerous residents calling to report its path through the neighborhood. Stacy Lehman, communications manager with the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife, said the incident has had a positive an outcome as could be expected.
Some officers did try to dart it. The thought was to relocate it just because it was in a neighborhood and they didn't want to try to haze it out and maybe, cause it to run into roadways. So the thought was to dart it and relocate it. But when they approached it, it jumped a bunch of fences and kept running. We got a lot of calls basically from people saying, hey, a bear just ran through my yard. They followed the path of phone calls basically up the hill and out of town. One of the biologists hiked through a canyon where it went to, saw the bear, confirmed it's way out of town. And so basically they said it couldn't have gone any better, if they told the bear which way to run. So happy ending this time. Got the bear out of town safely. Nobody was hurt. It wasn't doing anything wrong. It basically just got trapped in a maze of fences and couldn't find its way out. It happens occasionally.
You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
The Tan Republic Bronze Without Borders membership is our best membership to date. Discounted monthly dues, access to over 65 locations, 25% off all products, discounted upgrades and spray tanning, members only specials, and of course, we treat you like a VIT. Very important tanner. Ask your certified Smart Tan associate how you can sign up for a Bronze Without Borders membership program today and save. Tan beautiful. Tan Republic.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve, the right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Time now for our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Tonight, NCWLIFE's Megan McPherson introduces us to Boone the dog.
Hey everyone, Megan here with the NCWLIFE channel. We're here with Jenny, the volunteer coordinator at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, and Boone is joining us this week. Can you tell us about Boone?
Yes, Boone is an awesome dog here. He's actually been here with us before, and then he lived in a home. They continued his training, so he is an incredibly well-trained dog. But he was brought back because he does have territorial issues. And so Boone would actually be, he's a great dog. Like I said, he's very trained. So if somebody wants to take time with him and is vigilant in his training and provides a safe home for him, he's going to be great. He would not be good in a home with a lot of traffic coming and going. And if people do have people coming and going, as long as you have a secure and safe place to put Boone, he would be great. We love Boone. And like I said, he's incredibly smart. He knows all kinds of tricks, and Boone is ready to go today. He's been sitting here getting kind of antsy here. He does go to playgroup with a couple of our shy gals, but he doesn't get along with every dog. So he's one of the special guys that has a few little things. So if you were interested and you had another dog, it would be recommended to definitely bring your other dog here for a meet and greet. But yeah.
And what should someone do if they want to adopt Boone?
Boone is ready to go today, so all they need to do is call the shelter 662-9577 to schedule an appointment to meet Boone.
The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is located at 1474 South Wenatchee Avenue and is open by appointment only. Call them at 509-662-9577 to schedule a meet and greet or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
Time to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. And before we get to those details, let's take a look outside our weather windows. With the clouds and the sun, a very dramatic shot of shadows and then sun shining down on the Wenatchee Valley. This shot is from our jump-off ridge Sky-Fi Tower camera, the Three Lakes area in this vicinity. And we did see a lot of clouds, a nice rain shower about 10:30, 11 o'clock this morning, and then off and on showers this afternoon. And that will continue continue into our evening too. And with the clouds, boy, we stayed cool today. Unofficially, look at that, 55 degrees is all we could get to today. And that is 18 degrees below our normal high temperature of 73 degrees. We started out at 46, 50 is our normal low temperature. Record high was back in 1963 at 89 degrees. Record low 35, and that was in 1971. So far, 4/100ths of an inch of precipitation at the airport. That's so far. We'll probably adjust that tomorrow, and that now gets us to 2.70 so far this year, which is still quite a bit behind where we should be. Sunrise this morning, 5:18, and we'll set tonight at 8:38. Let's take a look at tomorrow's weather now. We're getting you into Friday, and things will get better as we get closer to the weekend. More sunshine tomorrow, a little bit of a breeze, and temperatures will warm up. 70 for Moses Lake and Ephrata, 69 for Quincy and Wenatchee, about 68 in the Kashmir and Leavenworth area, and a nice one, the warm spot up in Omak tomorrow, the Tonasket area also at 71 degrees. Let's take a look at tonight now and take you through the next several days. We will see mostly cloudy skies tonight. I think our chance for rain is really gone down from 50%. I think it'll be more like about 20% in our evening hours. As we get into Friday, we just mentioned it. More sunshine tomorrow, partly cloudy skies. Will be a north breeze out there, but temperatures will warm up. We're talking highs, as we showed you, mainly in the upper 60s to around 70 degrees. Getting you into the weekend. We're going to stick with some partly cloudy skies. Here's our area of low pressure. It's still rotating clouds back into Washington State, but we will see mild conditions with temperatures near normal on Saturday, and that's about 72 degrees. For Sunday, yeah, breezy conditions right in north central Washington, about 10 to 20 miles an hour. Not even ruling out a scattered late day shower on Sunday as more clouds begin to move back once again from that storm system. High temperatures on Sunday, pretty nice though, in the lower to mid 70s. And then as we kick off our next work week, here's our friend high pressure. There is a tiny little area of low pressure right here that will bring some showers and clouds into western Washington, but boy, nice weather east of the Cascades. For Tuesday, mostly sunny, temperatures in the mid 70s, and we could even see 80 degrees down in parts of the Columbia Basin and Tri-Cities area. And by the end of our forecast, breezy once again as low pressure and high pressure are squeezing those pressure gradients together. It will be seasonably warm on Wednesday though, with once again high temperatures lower to mid 70s. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast tonight. 46 degrees, so almost a carbon copy of this morning. Partly cloudy, 69 tomorrow. Partly cloudy both Saturday and Sunday too. Maybe a chance for showers on Sunday with some wind. Temperatures in the lower 70s. And then things calm down on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with mostly sunny to sunny skies and high temperatures then mainly in the mid to upper 70s. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
At Wenatchee Power Sports, we proudly offer the Polaris product line. Polaris builds the highest quality side-by-side in the industry with off-road capability that's second to none. The Polaris pre-order program allows customers to purchase the vehicle they want without having to select from limited dealer inventory. The Wenatchee Valley has year-round access to some of the best ORV trails in the Northwest. Start your adventure here at Wenatchee Power Sports.
Are you a take charge kind of person? Consider a career as a health unit coordinator. You'll work to keep health facilities running efficiently by coordinating medical providers, patients, and departments. The Charter College Certificate in Health Unit Coordinator program can get you up to speed on basic patient care, health records management, health and safety procedures, and medical billing. And the 10-month online program includes a computer you keep. Get started at chartercollege.edu, where we work to get you to work.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we had gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
During the Les Schwab Spring Tire Sale, save up to $200 when you bundle select tires, wheels, and brakes. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952. In a world afraid of technology, one man, one show will bring you the newest innovations that may just change your life. This summer, Ray McNeil and your Weekly Tech Update is your Weekly Tech Update with Ray McNeil.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Thursday to you. Detroit completed a 3-game sweep of Seattle with a 6-2 win at T-Mobile Park last night. Rookie Logan Gilbert had a rough outing lasting only 2 2/3, allowed 3 runs on 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Lone highlight for Seattle came in the first inning. After being no-hit the night before by the Tigers, Kyle Seager unleashed a 2-out bomb that made sure the Mariners wouldn't be left hitless 2 nights in a row. Later in the 5th, his wife Julie tweeted a congratulations from Kyle's daughter that the Mariners played on the Jumbotron.
A hit, so let's hope that happens for the Mariners tonight.
Fly ball deep to right center field. Giddy up, bye-bye. 2-run homer, Kyle Seager, 2-0 Mariners. 9th home run for Kyle. RBIs 28 and 29. Ignition liftoff, maybe that's the one. Some good 2-strike hitting.
I tell you, Kyle Seager has hit all season so well with runners in scoring position. Runner at second base here, 2 outs, 2 strikes. Gets a fastball down and in right where the lefties like it. 107 miles an hour off the bat. There was no doubt about that one. And that's a huge lift for the Mariners.
That was sweet. That one hit me. I definitely surprised. Those little ones will get you. So that was pretty special for me. I was gonna Skip would sub me out, so maybe I can go put her to bed or something like that. But that was pretty sweet.
That was pretty sweet. Manager Scott Service said it was a rough night for Gilbert, but he was happy for Seager in passing a milestone with his 84th home run at home.
Certainly not the way I predicted the series was going to go, coming off the last series here at home. But, I'm starting, tonight's game, Logan getting his second chance to get out there. I think what we saw tonight was, this guy's a really good competitor. And, even he didn't have his A game tonight as far as his ability to land his secondary pitches. He struggled with the off speed, the curveball and the sliders, and then, finishing off at bats, had a lot of long at bats that ran the pitch count up there. I say all that, and he's learning. That's part of it at this level. He's certainly got the weapons to have a lot of success here, but he's going to have to grind through it a little bit, and he'll learn along the way. So offensively, Seager gets us on the board early and can't say enough. Certainly, he takes over the lead of all-time home runs at T-Mobile Park. It's, rightly so. Him, he's hit a lot of them here. He gets one off a lefty, which was very fitting. But after that, we had to put some pressure on him in the 5th and the 8th. A couple guys on, just not a big hit there that we needed, or somebody really drive a ball to get us back in the game. So again, not what we were looking for in this series. Day off tomorrow. And we'll get after it when we get back over to San Diego.
Seattle has the day off today before heading to San Diego to begin a 3-game series with the Padres Friday night at 7:10. Well, a day after the Mariners were no-hit by the Tigers, Yankee pitcher Corey Kluber threw baseball's 6th no-hitter of the season and a 2-0 win over Texas.
Ground ball to Gleyber Torres, and that'll do it. A no-hitter for Corey Kluber. On a Wednesday night in Texas, Kluber becomes part of forever. Corey Kluber tonight was absolutely magnificent.
Phenomenal. I mean, if you look at the pitches he missed tonight, you can count them on one hand. Another slider. This is a good way to end it, and I tell you what, he'll appreciate this more than probably some of those Cy Youngs. So come back where he came from and throw a game, and I guarantee the people in Texas didn't realize that greatness would happen with Corey Kluber in a Yankee uniform instead of a Rangers uniform.
Kluber became the 11th pitcher in Yankee history to throw a no-hitter during the regular season. Josh Naylor's RBI single in the top of the sixth was difference for Cleveland as the Indians edged the Angels 3-2. Yuri Gurriel was 4 for 5 with 4 runs batted in to lead Houston to an 8-1 win over Oakland. Zach Greinke was dominant on the mound, allowing 1 run on 4 hits with 8 strikeouts over 8 innings to get the win. Oakland's lead in the West now just a half game over Houston. Seattle is 5 games back. Well, we're not sure if the buzz around the Seahawks regarding second-round draft pick Dwayne Eskridge is authentic or there just isn't much to talk about, considering Seattle only had 3 picks in this year's draft. Whatever the case, the positive reviews about the diminutive wide receiver continue to pour in from Pete Carroll as well as Eskridge's former coach at Western Michigan.
Very powerful guy. You know, he's about 191 or 2 pounds, but he's built really strong and built really solid, and you can see the explosiveness. Gets off the line of scrimmage really quickly and certainly has the burst. So that was really fun to see.
Marshawn Lynch, Adrian Peterson, you know, those are my idols right there. I loved everything about what they did and how they held themselves. I played running back all of high school, all of middle school, pretty much since I started playing football. And then once I got to college, I started playing receiver. So, you know, I always been a running back in heart. I played a receiver like a running back in a sense when it comes to physicality and how fast I get in and out of stuff. So I always love running backs. Some of my favorite players in the NFL are running backs, you know, so I just try to follow them and keep on doing what I do.
Dynamic, and I think coaches use that word too much, you know, because when you get a player that's really dynamic, that can take any ball he catches. He can catch it 60 yards downfield and catch it behind the line, and every time he gets the ball in his hands, he ends up in the end zone. You know, that's the kind of thing that when you look at the NFL and the offenses and big plays, I mean, it changes the game.
The dynamics of his speed, the speed factor, the track background, that's attractive. You know, we want to make sure that our guys are big threats. All our guys run 4.3s, you know, and Tyler and DK both run low 4.3s, you know, and so to have another element in there with that kind of speed concerns that, you know, you provide for the opponent. That's part of this thinking, you know. But we're looking for well-rounded guys that fit and can complement too.
It just really slowed the game overall for me. Whenever I'm going against a DB, I always think to myself, what could make me uncomfortable if I was going against a receiver of my stature? You know, I always put myself in that example, and then, you know, just thinking of different things that would make me uncomfortable if I was playing corner. You know, that helped me a lot going to the offensive side again in 2020.
Eskridge is expected to fit right in with Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf as the Seahawks prepare for the 2021 season. Well, a new season of high school girls bowling got underway yesterday. Eastmont Wildcats defended the home alley with a sweep of Eisenhower. Eastmont's pin count advantage was 2020 to 1755. Junior Katie Heights, top bowler for the day. She rolled a 202 and a 206. How about that? Other action, Wenatchee topped Davis 2-1. Kyla Hankins had the high score for the Panthers for the day with a 184. That's a look at sports. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you, Grant. My guest on Friday's edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, Apple Blossom Administrator Darcy Christopherson. We got a lot to touch on with Darcy about some of the changes coming up with the slightly delayed 101st Apple Blossom Festival. Darcy will give you the details. Plus, we'll have highlights of whatever pitcher throws a no-hitter tonight, because, you know, it seems to be like an every night kind of a thing. You get a no-hitter in Major League Baseball. All that you need to start your weekend Friday morning, live and local with Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
I had to pack up all my things. I had to leave my home. And I never knew where I was going next. It felt like I never even had a say. But then you came along.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
For all the latest news in North Central Washington, go to ncwlife.com or find us on Facebook. Got a news tip? Email us at news@ncwlife.com or call 888-2020.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellingson here from Live It Up. Join us every week as we answer your questions on health, wealth, and relationships.
We're all about you creating a life that you love, so tune in to Live It Up.